Hi, it's me, Rasheed, coach, speaker, and author, and I wanted to talk today a little bit about change, shifts, change. How do you feel about change? Here we are, it's April, and this season is really synonymous with change. Here in the UK, the clocks have gone back, there's more light. For many people think about this time of the year in terms of spring cleaning. Many people are thinking about things that they're wanting to change in terms of career, getting out and about more, perhaps. For many people who perhaps are very religious and faith-based, this time of year is often very deeply significant. Spring in so many different ways, on so many different levels, can be about the death, the end of something, winter, a particular time, and the beginning of something kind of new. And we see it there, we see it in nature, we see it with plants and so on. It's about growth, it's about blossoming. The funny thing about change is often we're duplicitous. On the one hand, we want it, on the one hand, we want things to stay the same. So in this episode, I want to just think about a few things around change. First of all, my first thing that I want to share is my tip for the month. And my tip for the month is around transformation, alteration, tweaking, shift, adjustments. Sometimes change can seem really, really daunting. So instead of thinking that it needs to be a massive change, are the things that you're just wanting to alter or adjust or tweak in some way. But before we dive too deep into that, let's just pause, and I want you to think about what's your relationship, first of all, to change. Do you tend to embrace it? Do you tend to shun it a little bit? You find it a bit nerve-wracking, a bit, just the thought of it? Is it even the word that you might want to change to transformation? But what's your relationship with it? What does it evoke in you? And in what way might it be helpful for you to change your view on change? So that's my first thought for you. Now I want you to think about the different areas of your life, your home life, your relationship to yourself, your career, your business. So you, yourself, and your home life, then your working life and your business life. And maybe other aspects of your life that might be, okay, I'm wanting also to think about my social life, but in broad terms, you, your home, and you could put home and social things together, and then your working life. What are the things that you're that you should be accepting, that you should be grateful for, that perhaps are working for you already, so we can consolidate those things, right? Because when it comes to change, it doesn't necessarily mean that everything needs to change. It might be many things that are working very, very, very well. And it might well be about shifting other things to balance with that, or to acknowledge that actually these things that have already changed are working. So perhaps think about those different areas of your life and think about, okay, so a change that I'm wanting to make personally, perhaps in terms of my health, my routine, the time you get up, what you do, your diet, it could be anything, your health and fitness. And then what about your home life, your personal life, your relationships life? Maybe it's about giving more time for you. I coach many people, and it's about they're wanting to also allow a little bit more time for themselves, for relationships, or for having relationships, or for their friendships, or things, hobbies. It could be anything. What's something you're wanting to change? Maybe it's the time that you start or you finish. Maybe it's about again, with this thing about being spring, beginning to get out more and about more, or meet new people, or reconnect with old people. What is it that you're wanting to change in terms of your own life? And then perhaps in terms of your career. And I think one of the things that's really important in terms of your career or your business, knowing that these things will change too, sometimes we can for years get stuck into them. I was really, really touched just yesterday when somebody I'd been coaching just dropped me a line saying, thank you so much. I've now got a new job. And, before I was really, not feeling like I could get a new job. She was at a particular kind of stage in her career where, she knew she wanted to do one more, have one more role at least, but was really feeling disenchanted in many ways. She really reconnected to herself, her talents, her abilities, and so on, shifting things, and then gone out there and made a change and has been accepted for a new job. But in fact, she was turning down things that didn't resonate with her. So it's never too late to change. But then let's go back to my tip for the month. which is about the shifts and adjustments and the alterations. Because what might well be really useful for you once you've stopped and you've thought about, okay, my relationship to change, and you've stopped to think about the different areas of your life, you, yourself and your health, your home life and your relationships, and then your working life and your business life. And then maybe taking a pause and breathe, because change doesn't necessarily mean you've got to charge in. Maybe that's even one of the changes you're wanting to make. Even the pace might be a change that you're wanting to make. So once we've done that, maybe then this tip for the month might be really useful. What are the shifts? What are the adjustments? For me, actually, thinking about things about my health and my well-being and just the softer, the human aspect, again, returning always to that compassionate aspect has been very, very important for me, for the well-being. How I approach my work and my business has been one of the tweaks and alterations. But what are the things that you're wanting to shift or alter or adjust slightly? Again, it might be in your routine, it might be in terms of how you go about things, it might be about how you connect with people, it might well be something more significant for you. But sometimes doing it in a way of a shift, a tweak or adjustment might really, really help. Especially if you're working on big projects or you're thinking about business things or things that you're wanting to change in your career or to begin to make that adjustment is, you know what, I'm going to make sure I finish at this time, or I'm going to put in 10 minutes every week so I can look for that next new role, or I'm going to review this particular bit of the business, whatever it might well be. So I'm going to begin to wrap it up there. Remember, for those of you who are perhaps wanting to move ahead this season, I run a number of events that might well be useful for you. My Networking for Success event, run monthly in proud partnership with the British Library's Business and IPC Centre, and also my revamped Soul Trader workshop. These are both free and online in proud partnership with the British Library's Business and IP Centre. That session's going to be longer from now on, an hour and a half, and we're running it as part of the British Library's fantastic Reset Restart programme to help businesses to flourish. So check those out. You'll see the details both on rosario.com, the events page, and my soul-trader.biz site on the events page as well. So those are things that will help you. And if you happen to be on that journey of starting or running your own coaching business, remember I also run the coaching pod. That's all about helping people on that journey of building an authentic coaching business. And we have some fantastic events that we also run, as well as other support and resources for you. Remember also know that the Soul Trader podcast, and there's all sorts of the soul-trader.biz site has got lots of resources too. So there's lots of stuff out there to help you. Remember, you can find me on YouTube. There's a YouTube channel, and you'll find me on Instagram. You'll find me on Twitter. So there's lots of ways of staying in touch. Know your magic, trust your magic, use your magic, and know that you're a manifestation of life's magic. I think that's really, really important. I think it's important for us to remember in every season, but I just wanted to share that.